Hey folks, I have here Brother David with me, and I found him at the Bitcoin Band Meetup in St. Louis, Missouri, and they're way over there, and there's Brother David.
On the other side of the playground,
way
I
over
guess.
there on the other side of the playground, and we came over here so we could have a little chat, and I can introduce to you Brother David and a little bit about who he is and what he's all about. So let me turn this around to you, Brother David, and so tell the folks a little bit about yourself and who you are. And
Well, thank you, Amina. I appreciate you taking the time to allow me to address the cryptoverse, or whatever we call it now. I'm a former computer expert. I was disabled in 2004. I've come to believe the deep state targeted me with SARS, which is why I now have COPD and all this. But I don't like to get too far into that sort of speculation. But the point being is I went from being very up to date with computer technology to being kind of on death's bed a few times, lost my wife, and so I was very distracted. At some point, as I began my recuperation, I got interested in YouTube and picked up an interest in music, and at some point, Mr. Jim Rickards famously wrote the book Death of Money, and somehow I became aware of it, and I got interested in precious metals investing, which then led me to, Mike Maloney, but Bick Swear, because he's a big silver bug from way back. And as I followed him and pursued this question of real money, it became obvious to the computer scientist in me that this blockchain concept, the distributed ledger, was fundamentally a new thing on Earth. And I've been able, not everything, but throughout my lifetime, I've had this ability to spot trends. And so, I started gently investing, which is how we recommend it be done. Don't just suddenly decide to go from skeptical to all in on stuff. So this notion of, now we call it stacking Satoshis, I think is very, very important. And so I'm excited to be out there offering my tweets and commentary on crypto and a broad range of other topics related to fundamental freedoms.
And you do it really well. In fact, you support the crypto community immensely. You're always there to respond and let us know how you feel and how you feel about other influencers. So I really want to thank you for that. Your support has been incredible, actually.
Well, as a minister, I see we've entered low power mode. I'm sorry, I'm just reading your phone. But I think the loss of civility is something in our society that is greatly lamentable. But I notice in at least our sphere of the crypto community, particularly the Litecoin bunch, you might say, are developing habits of grace and support and of uplifting one another. And I so identify with that, and I am so delighted as someone who has lost, in my past, my communities because they just aren't waking up. It's so nice to be among enlightened individuals that take this as not a profit opportunity, which it is, but as something fundamental to changing our society in a good way.
I couldn't have said it more. You're absolutely right about that. Well, thank you, and really appreciate having you here with us today. It's been a pleasure, and really looking forward to seeing you more on Twitter.
And thank you, Sister Amina.
Thank
God
you.
bless you, dear.
God bless you too, Brother David.